Imagine a world where certain nations share a genuine admiration for the United Kingdom, where history, culture, and diplomacy come together to create an unbreakable bond. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through 10 countries that hold a deep and undeniable affection for the UK. These connections go far beyond political alliances. They are built on shared traditions, strong economic ties, and a true appreciation for British culture. From love for British music and literature to deep-rooted historical relationships, these countries have a special place for the UK in their hearts. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on exciting updates. Now, let's reveal the countries where the UK is truly embraced and celebrated. Number 10, Australia. Australia's connection with the United Kingdom is one of the most enduring and well-known relationships in modern history. As a former British colony, Australia's early foundations were shaped by British settlers. And even today, nearly half of Australians can trace their ancestry back to the UK. This deep historical link has left a lasting mark on Australia's culture, legal system, and way of life. From language to lifestyle, British influence is still very much present. English remains the official language, and traditions like afternoon tea and sports, such as cricket and rugby, are woven into everyday Australian culture. On the political stage, Australia and the UK share a strong alliance, frequently aligning on global issues and working together in international organizations like the Commonwealth of Nations. Their defense partnership is particularly significant, with both countries engaging in joint military exercises and intelligence sharing agreements. Even though Australia has been strengthening its ties with other nations, especially in the Asia-Pacific region, its bond with the UK remains deeply respected and valued. The cultural connection is evident in celebrations like the Queen's birthday, and British media, literature, and television continue to be popular. However, there is an ongoing debate about whether Australia should continue to recognize the British monarchy as its head of state, highlighting the complex yet affectionate relationship between the two nations. While Australians cherish their British heritage, they also take great pride in their independent identity. This unique duality reflects the evolving relationship between Australia and the UK, one that honors the past while adapting to the future. Number 9, Singapore. Singapore's deep-rooted connection with the United Kingdom is a legacy of their shared colonial past, with British influence still woven into many aspects of Singaporean society. English remains the official language, and the country's legal and education systems are heavily inspired by British institutions. This historical connection has fostered a lasting bond, with many Singaporeans holding a strong appreciation for British culture and traditions. On the economic front, the UK is one of Singapore's top trade partners, and their financial relationship remains strong. Many Singaporeans visit the UK for work, education, or tourism, further deepening their cultural ties. The thriving Singaporean community in the UK also plays a key role in keeping this connection alive, reinforcing a sense of shared identity and mutual respect. Culturally, Singapore proudly embraces its British heritage through iconic events like the Singapore Grand Prix and various British-inspired festivals. British literature, fashion, and media are also widely popular, adding to the ongoing exchange of ideas and traditions between the two nations. Despite gaining independence, Singapore continues to cherish its relationship with the UK, making it one of the most Britain-affectionate nations in the world. Number 8, Canada. Canada's strong bond with the United Kingdom is most visible in its institutions, traditions, and deep-rooted history. As a former British colony, Canada has inherited many British customs that continue to shape its society today. The British monarch remains Canada's head of state, and its parliamentary system mirrors the UK's, reflecting a political connection that stands the test of time. Despite developing its own distinct identity, especially with its embrace of multiculturalism, Canada still carries strong British influences in its culture. Economically, the UK remains one of Canada's largest trade partners, with a steady flow of goods, services, and investments between the two nations. Their partnership also extends to global alliances like the Commonwealth and NATO, where they collaborate on defense and foreign policy, British literature, music, and television are widely enjoyed in Canada, reinforcing a cultural connection that many Canadians of British descent feel deeply. While Canada is geographically closer to the United States, its historical and cultural ties to the UK remain just as strong. Many Canadians visit the UK for work, study, and travel, further strengthening personal and cultural exchanges. From place names to public holidays, Britain's legacy in Canada is woven into everyday life. But this bond is more than just a historical connection. It's a thriving relationship that continues to evolve and grow in the modern era. Number 7. Ireland. The relationship between Ireland and the United Kingdom is rich, complex, and ever-changing, shaped by both historical struggles and modern-day cooperation. Ireland was once part of the British Empire, and its fight for independence in the early 20th century left deep scars. However, over the years, the connection between these two nations has transformed, leading to strong cultural, economic, and personal ties. Despite a challenging past, millions of Irish citizens have close family links in the UK, and a steady flow of people between the two countries keeps these bonds alive. Many Irish individuals work, study, and settle in the UK, creating a shared experience that fosters understanding and respect. Tourism is also a key factor in their economic relationship, with travelers from both nations exploring each other's rich history and vibrant culture. Culturally, Ireland and the UK have greatly influenced one another. Irish music, literature, and traditions are widely embraced in the UK, while British media, fashion, and entertainment have made a strong impact in Ireland. Politically, both countries have collaborated on key international issues, even as challenges like Brexit have tested their partnership. Though their shared history is complex, the relationship between Ireland and the UK is built on mutual respect and common interests. As time goes on, this bond continues to grow and adapt, proving that even the most complicated histories can lead to lasting friendships. Number 6. India. The connection between India and the United Kingdom is deeply shaped by history. Yet in recent years, it has evolved into a relationship built on respect, cooperation, and shared interests. While India's colonial past under British rule left a lasting mark, today, both nations enjoy a dynamic partnership that spans culture, education, economy, and diplomacy. During British rule, India adopted key institutions such as the legal system, parliamentary democracy, and the English language. Even today, these elements remain deeply woven into Indian society, forming a strong link between the two countries. Culturally, cricket, once introduced by the British, has become a national obsession in India, uniting fans across both nations. The UK is a favored destination for Indian students and tourists, while the Indian diaspora in Britain is one of the largest in the world. This vibrant community plays a crucial role in strengthening ties between the two nations, fostering deep cultural and economic connections. Trade and investment flow both ways, reinforcing their economic partnership. Despite the complexities of their shared history, many Indians hold admiration for the UK, especially for its prestigious universities and cultural contributions. Likewise, British people have developed a love for Indian cuisine, music, and cinema, further deepening the cultural bridge between the two. Though their past was turbulent, India and the UK have turned history into opportunity, forging a modern partnership based on mutual respect, shared values, and long-term cooperation. Number 5. South Africa. South Africa's deep connection with the United Kingdom is shaped by a long colonial past, with British settlers playing a major role in the country's early development. Though the legacy of apartheid once created tensions between the two nations, their diplomatic and economic ties have remained strong over the years. Today, the UK stands as one of South Africa's biggest trade partners, and both nations are proud members of the Commonwealth. The British influence is still visible in many aspects of South African life, from its legal and educational systems to its love for sports. Cricket and rugby, both introduced by the British, are hugely popular across the country. Many South Africans maintain personal ties with the UK, whether through family connections, work, or studying abroad. The large South African community in Britain continues to strengthen these bonds, creating a shared sense of identity and deep mutual respect. In recent years, South Africa and the UK have worked hand in hand on global issues such as trade, investment, and climate change. While history has played a complex role in their relationship, the focus today is on cooperation, growth, and a better future. This ever-evolving partnership stands as proof of the lasting bond between South Africa and the UK, one that has overcome challenges and continues to thrive. Number 4, Japan. At first glance, Japan and the United Kingdom may seem like an unexpected pair, but their relationship is built on mutual respect, admiration, and deep historical ties. For over a century, these two nations have strengthened their diplomatic bond, with cultural exchanges growing richer over time. Japan's love for British culture is evident everywhere, from fashion and literature to luxury brands and classic traditions. British influences are deeply appreciated, with many aspects of UK culture thriving in Japan. The Anglo-Japanese alliance, signed in the early 20th century, was the foundation of a diplomatic connection that continues to flourish today. Beyond history, both nations actively collaborate on key global issues, including trade, defense, and technology. The UK's prestigious universities are highly valued in Japan, attracting many Japanese students who study abroad, further strengthening personal and cultural ties. Japan also admires British traditions, from the royal family to classic British music, films, and literature. Likewise, British people appreciate Japan's unique customs, artistry, and innovation, creating a true cultural bridge between the two. This enduring friendship, built on shared values and common goals, continues to grow, proving that even nations with vastly different histories and traditions can form a strong and meaningful partnership. Number 3, New Zealand. New Zealand's connection with the United Kingdom is deeply woven into its history. Much like Australia's, yet it carries its own distinct identity. As a Commonwealth nation, New Zealand still recognizes the British monarch as its head of state, a symbol of its enduring ties with the UK. British settlers played a crucial role in shaping New Zealand's early growth, and their influence remains evident in the country's legal system, education, and even sports. Sports like rugby and cricket, both widely associated with British culture, have become national passions in New Zealand, further strengthening the cultural bridge between the two nations. Beyond traditions, New Zealanders frequently travel to the UK for work, education, and tourism, creating strong personal and cultural bonds. On the global stage, both governments continue to collaborate closely on key issues such as trade, climate change, and defense, ensuring their partnership remains relevant in today's world. While there are occasional discussions about New Zealand becoming a republic, the nation as a whole continues to embrace its British heritage. The shared language, legal principles, and democratic values reflect a historic connection that stands the test of time. In recent years, economic partnerships and deeper people-to-people connections have only strengthened this relationship, securing New Zealand's place among the countries with the strongest ties to the UK. Number 2, United States. The close connection between the United States and the United Kingdom is often called a special relationship, and for good reason. These two nations share a strong cultural, political, and economic bond that has thrived for centuries. From their common language to the British roots of American political institutions, the UK's influence on the US is undeniable. On the global stage, the US and UK stand side by side as powerful allies, working together on key issues such as defense, trade, and climate change. Their military partnership is among the strongest in the world, with joint exercises and intelligence-sharing agreements reinforcing their deep trust. Economically, the UK ranks among the US's top trading partners, with billions of dollars flowing between them in trade and investment. Meanwhile, British culture is deeply woven into American life, from literature and fashion to music and television, where British media enjoys massive popularity. Beyond business and politics, the personal connection runs deep. Millions of Americans have British ancestry, further strengthening the emotional ties between these two nations. This unique transatlantic friendship, built on mutual respect and unwavering support, makes the United States one of the UK's strongest admirers. Number 1, Malta. Malta's deep admiration for the United Kingdom is rooted in their long history together. Once a British protectorate and a Commonwealth member, Malta still carries a strong British influence in many aspects of daily life. From its legal system and education to language, the UK's mark is clear, especially since English remains one of Malta's official languages. During World War II, the UK played a pivotal role in defending Malta, creating an unbreakable bond that Malta's people have never forgotten. This historical connection has shaped not only political ties, but also economic and personal relationships between the two nations. Economically, the UK is one of Malta's key trade partners, with strong investments in tourism, business, and education. Many Maltese citizens have personal links to Britain, whether through family living in the UK or through frequent travel between the two nations. The cultural ties remain vibrant, seen in the celebration of British traditions such as the Queen's birthday and the widespread love for British media and fashion in Malta. Even though Malta gained independence in 1964, its strong connection to the UK remains unshaken, both politically and culturally. From shared customs to mutual respect, Malta's enduring admiration for Britain makes it one of the nations with the closest ties to the UK. This lasting bond is proof of a deep appreciation that continues to grow over time. Which country's connection to the UK surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.